9 English Defense Sermon 90. The place of stability and the trouble that break the treaty. Jehovah's book and life's mission. 1. The place of the stability and trouble that breaks the treaty. Isaiah 33, 7 through 24. When God spoke of the tribulation of the end of the mankind, He said that it would occur because the economy broke the treaty. Today, the Communist Party is using the sign of the peace treaty as a tool with which it can do whatever it wants. However, if you look at this Bible, it says that the peace treaty will actually cause the messengers of the peace to mourn. Now let us clearly learn from the text what is the tribulation that occurs when the enemy breaks the treaty, and what is the work of the place of the stability. 1. What the messengers of peace will be said about. Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassador of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste, the wayfaring man ceases. He has broken the covenant. He has despised the cities. He regards no man. The earth mourns and languishes. Lebanon is ashamed and torn down. Sharon is like a wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their fruit. Isaiah 33, 7 through 9. Today there is a organization movement aimed at peace, but the text says that in the end, the envoys who dreamed of peace end up crying. This is because the forces that are God's enemies despise the city and do unrighteous things without regard for people. You must realize that negotiating with the Communist Party now will only end up being used by them. Whenever an honest person makes a peace treaty with a disciple person, it can only end up giving a good opportunity to the disciple force of the evil, because the deceiver acts according to his will at any time. Therefore, the tribulation of the end of the humanity teaches that the world will be devastated when the forces of the evil depart from conscience and law and act freely. 2. What Jehovah will rise. Now I will rise, said the Lord. Now I will be exalted. Now will I lift up myself. You shall conceive chaff. You shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you, and the people shall be as the burning of lime, as the stones cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Hear, you that are far off, what I have done, you that are near. Acknowledge my might, though sinners is Zion are afraid. Pureness has surprised the hypocrite, who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire, who among us that dwell with everlasting burnings. He that walks righteously and speaks uprightly, he that despises the gain of the oppression, that takes his hands from the holding of bribes, that stops his ear from hearing of blood, and shut his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high his place of defense shall be the munition of looks. Bread shall be given him, his waters shall be sure. Isaiah 33, 10 through 16. It is that the revelation of the end of the humanity occurs when the enemy breaks the thread, and the priest becomes fire, and the nations become like roasting stones. And this time he walks righteously, who speaks honestly, who upholds his toward the world, who shakes his hand and does not accept or believe, who stops his ears from listening to bloodshed, who closes his eyes and does not see evil. God is rising to absolutely save these people. If God's Lord children encounter uncontrollable tribulation and Jehovah does not arise, it will be difficult to preserve their lives. Therefore, Jehovah works powerfully for the purpose of the specially protecting his only children and making them a remnant. 3. Seeking to protect in the safe place. Your eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off. Your heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is the account the towers? You shall not see of fierce people, or people of the deeper speech than you can't perceive, of stammering tongues than you cannot understand. Look upon Zion, the city of the solemnities. Your eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down, that one of the six days thereof shall ever be removed. Neither shall any of the coasts thereof the broken. But there are glorious road, you will be unto us a place of blood, rivers and streams. Herein shall go no galley with oars, there shall gallant ship passes thereby. For the Lord is your judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, he shall us. Isaiah 13, 17 through 22. Protecting those chosen by God in a safe place is a way to prevent them from being harmed, and it is the time to punish the evil world. Without this kind of work, no one can remain. So Jehovah will accompany them to safer place, so they will not be harmed and will be saved. Eliminate the wicked from the resting place. Your tacklings are loosed. They could not well strengthen their mast. They could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of the great spoil divided. The lame take the prey, and the inhabitants shall not say, I am sick. The people that dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity. Isaiah 33, 23 through 24. In order to profit those who God has chosen to live in safer place, he eliminated the people within that area through disease, so that no one is able. Therefore, the chosen one become the remnants in the place of stability and can enjoy the glory of the new age. Conclusion: no matter how difficult the tribulation may be, God protects his chosen people so that they will not suffer any harm and will remain as a remnant. Anyone who obeys the word of the God will be protected in a safe place and will enjoy the glory of the new age. 92. Jehovah's book and life's mission. Seek you out of the book of the Lord and read. No one this shall fail. No one shall want or mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has adult them. Isaiah 3:16. God has never worked without a book when it comes to using the whom he has chosen. Therefore, while what was done in the Old Testament, there was work to fulfill the book. In the New Testament, it is work carried out according to the book. A complete book must have three things. First, there must be a perfect work. Second, there must be a perfect law. Third, there must be a perfect prophecy. Therefore, Jehovah's book has a complete work. At the same time, the book was written by people according to the law and was written to record future events. What happened during the time of the prophets, the work of that time is also Jehovah's book, and the laws and prophecies of that time are completely recorded in the Jehovah's book. Regarding the book of the Jehovah and his mission in life, he says, 1. Mission to record. Revelation 10:7. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he has declared to his servants, the prophets. Revelation 10:7. God said that he preached the gospel to all prophets. This meant that the prophets did not preach the gospel himself, but received that and recorded the gospel preached by God. What happened during the time of the prophets who received and recorded the gospel was evidence of what would happen when what the prophets received and wrote came to pass. Isaiah 46:10. The prophetic books are that God always puts people in positions where they can write and let them know that kind of God is through what happens at the time, and at the same time records what will happen in the future as the gospel. The purpose of doing this is to convey the confirming words of the covenant to humans. Jehovah worked to record the book of the Jehovah by showing evidence to people who were too foolish and blind because they would not be able to understand if you just spoke to them without any evidence. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient time the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do it all my pleasure. Isaiah 46:10. 2. Mission to convey. I am the Lord, have called you, righteousness, and will hold your hand, and will keep you, and give you for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles. Isaiah 42:6. The Christian missions up to this day is merely to deliver prophetic books. Therefore, the Lord has called you in righteousness, and I will take you by the hand and protect you and establish you to be a covenant for people and light for the Gentiles. The reason why all servants have worked to become the light of the Gentiles until this day is to teach the truth about being the right of the Gentiles in the prophetic books by spreading the entire book of the Bible. It is the light that makes people of any country respect God. The purpose of the work of the being liberated from under the dark power of the devil and following the light to become good, honoring children is to work as recorded in the prophetic pigs. Matthew 24:14 says that this gospel of the kingdom will be preached throughout the whole world, and only then will be the end time. The gospel of the kingdom of the heaven is gospel that becomes the light of the Gentiles. Isaiah 9:1-2. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end of the come. Matthew 24:14. Nevertheless, the demons shall not be such as win or vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of the Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflict her by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan and the Galilee of the nations. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They shall dwell in the land of the shadow of the dead. Upon them has the light shined. Isaiah 9:1-2. 3. A mission that must be carefully listened to the and kept. Revelation 1:3, Revelation 27, Isaiah 46:16. Blessed those that list and they that hear the words of his prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for time is at hand. Revelation 1:3. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is that keeps the saying of the prophecy of this book. Revelation 22:7. Seek you out of the book of the Lord, and read no one of the these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. Isaiah 34:16. To this cleansed must we read the prophetic books, carefully to understand and testify, so that those who hear them can listen closely and do their job of the avoiding tribulation and disaster. The time has come for God's children to realize the times, realize their own corruption, and realize the cost of the lossy forward according to the word of the warning, without reading to comment on the prophetic books. God has shown as evidence when writing of the prophetic books has been accomplished worldwide today, and this is the time when we must prophesy again, by clearly knowing that we are enduring the judgment period that will come to the completed end. In Revelation 10:10-11, the Apostle John ate the little book like honey and received the mission to prophesy again and again by revelation. But if you look at it 11:1 and below, the clearly taught that is the work of the end of Christianity. Because verse 50 says that the kingdom of the world will become the kingdom of our Lord and of Christ, if it is clear that this is the work that will occur when the kingdom of the Christ is established in the world. God who knew that there would come in a time when the devil's deception would be extremely strong, had everything written this in the book of Jehovah, that for the purpose of heaven, but to teach judgment and a new age. Jehovah's book is written to teach you in detail about many delusions, so that if you read them carefully, you will not be deceived and will be able to find a way to survive amidst tribulation and disaster. If the Bible had been roughly written in the book of Jehovah in such a way that it had to be interrupted in this and the way at the time when there was so much delusion, the Corinth church would have faced a great crisis. However, if you read the book of the Revelation and the prophets carefully, you can clearly see that you can argue as much as you want, and that it can become a beacon that penetrates the darkness of the devil. Therefore, instead of listening to this word that you must read Jehovah's book carefully to find out that you can clearly justify in Paris and shout out Jehovah's argument as much as you want. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I have eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, You must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. Revelation 10 through 11. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and visit the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple lives out, and visit it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread on the fourth for 2 months. And I give the power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Revelation 11 through 3. And it seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, The king of this world are become a kingdom of our Lord, and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever. Revelation 11:15. Conclusion. God is the God of the truth, and at the same time, He is the judge who creates laws to record documents and enforces those laws. Therefore, God who punishes the Son as written in the law and forgives the sins of those who believe in the Son, will punish the world as written in the prophets and establish a new era with the remnant. This is the time when we most clearly understand that Jehovah's book and the righteous mission are. Thank you for watching until the end. You can see the English and the Korean text to know more detailed defense sermons that the word refers to in the homepage blog copy of the Candlestick Church Central Church on the internet. I wish you a blessed life in which the fear of the Lord is your joy in your daily life. I pray that every day of your life is free from sin and has nothing to do with sin, and become a bridegroom to welcome the Lord of the second coming, the entry of the 3.5 years before the last week is very near. I hope you are in the peace of the Lord until the next time. Thank you. The 10 Commandments. You shall have no others gods before me. 2. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything, and you shall not bow down to them or worship them. 3. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. 4. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 5. Honor your father and your mother. 6. You shall not murder. 7. You shall not commit adultery. 8. You shall not steal. 9. You shall not take false testimony against your neighbors. 10. You shall not covet your neighbor's belongings. Thank you.